Welcome to Witchspace. I'm Commander Burr. If you've been following this channel for a while, you may remember me mentioning in the news about Commander PrimeTimeCasual and his epic circumnavigation of the mad moon of New Africa, Mitterand Hollow. I've put a link to the original video in the description below in case you've not seen it. Well, last night I was fortunate enough to spend a happy hour driving with the valiant commander while we chatted about his epic journey, the future of elite and road crossing etiquette in the UK and how it differs to that of his home of Germany. What follows is the edited highlights of the journey. I started by asking him rather naively if he was likely to finish the epic voyage that very evening.
Nah. Not unless I do a 24-hour charity stream.
I did
No.
wonder. What on earth made you decide to do this? What were you...
I didn't think it through. I really didn't.
Oh dear.
But I also didn't want to back down from it. So
I know what you mean. Yeah. Once you decide you're going to do something, then you're kind of
especially if I announce it so publicly, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a hell of a thing to do, though. This is one of the things I love about Elite. You see, is just that there's this kind of meta stuff that just goes on. You know, it was never designed really to do this sort of thing, but people just go, "Oh, that might be a giggle. I think I'll have a go at that." I think it's wonderful. I love that about Elite. He picked a hell of a place to do it. The views are incredible.
Yeah. I'm a bit sad that there aren't so many mountains, but
Yeah.
the canyons are impressive.
I suppose if there were a lot more mountains, then you'd probably be at it for an awful lot longer, I'd have thought.
Yeah, or I couldn't go as straight as I am going right now.
Yeah.
Because
It wasn't until I saw your original tweets, I didn't even know that circumnavigation in an SRV was even a thing. That's how mad it is. I never thought for a moment that anybody would even think about doing that.
yeah, most people do it on really small potatoes, you know.
Right.
With,
Well,
like 600 or 700 kilometers.
Yep. That I can see the sense in. Yep.
I mean, my first mistake was I looked at Mitterand Hollow and thought, oh, like radius is 700 or 800 kilometers. It can't be that bad. And then I mixed up the formulas for the circumference and diameter.
Nice.
So I thought, oh, come on, it's only like 1400 kilometers or something like that. I can do that easily.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Right. No. Just no.
So it was all a great big mistake. Well done. Good.
Yeah, that was the first mistake. The next mistake was that I assumed that I could average a speed of like 40 meters per second. Which I really can't.
No. Have you got a sort of a rough ETA? Do you know when you'll get back?
I know that it'll take me pretty much 20 hours of driving.
Oh my god.
So yeah, the current estimate for my total time is 56 hours.
I think that's about your 20 hours of driving you got left is about 15 hours more than I've done in the game in total.
I haven't looked at my SRV stats in a while.
Yeah, I bet you're a really, really good driver now, though. Really good driver.
And the thing is, you don't notice how good you've become until you have someone else driving with you who is way worse.
Oh yeah, well if I get out and get in my SRV, you'll understand absolutely, entirely, in very short order how much of a good driver you are. Trust me.
That's something I noticed. I had a 67 mistake not with me a couple of days ago, and he did a circumnavigation himself, and even he was like way behind.
Wow. Okay.
And I have now traveled in my SRV 5.77 megameters.
Wow. Yeah. My God. You could drive to a star with that.
Yep.
Okay, I don't want to worry you, but I'm passing over a massive ravine at the moment, or like a great big crater.
Big crater?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'm about 40k away from you now.
Okay, I'll just wait here. Recognition is all in well, but I won't even get the slightest bit of exploration rank or anything for
No,
this.
you won't get anything for it.
Yeah.
No.
It's really just for fame. Let's see if I can get a screenshot of you.
See if you can Twitter shame me.
Somewhere on the horizon. Let me zoom in.
I can see someone else. Is that someone else ahead of us? I can see another set of lights.
Okay, they are you. Well, another set of lights ahead of us.
Yeah. Or is it a building? I can't see.
Might be a building.
Yeah, I think it might be a building. I'm concentrating so hard on not smashing my face into the dirt. But...
Wonderful.
Wonderful is not the first word that springs to mind for that, but you're very kind. Thank you.
Well, you haven't even lost the first 20% of your hull yet.
Oh,
so...
it'll happen. It'll happen. My son is 15. He dabbles in Elite, but I wouldn't say he plays it. But he does dabble. But he's Fortnite and World of Warcraft and whatever his current fave of the moment is. But when I saw him, we meet briefly in the kitchen every day. And when I saw him in the kitchen today, I told him that you'd had a very kind gesture, by the way, to name a mountain after me on your journeys, and his face absolutely hit the floor. I think for a very brief second, before he realised what he was doing, for a very brief second, I was almost cool. So, almost.
Yeah, it's a shame that we can't really name these features.
Yeah, that needs to be a thing, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, to go along with the first discovery, you could at least submit a name for a review.
Yeah, absolutely. How many places have you named? Do you know?
Too many.
Okay.
I have a Google Doc somewhere with, I think I'm on page 4 now. So
okay.
Yeah.
You need to.
I'm running out of commander handles, actually.
Yeah. Okay. You need to. Oh, for goodness sakes. I drive like my mum. You need to publish the list, and then we can have. Oh, for goodness sakes, really, Michael? And then we can have people recreate your epic journey.
Yeah, I was thinking about when I'm done doing a flyby of all the features and.
That's an excellent idea.
To see how they look from the air.
That's an excellent idea. Make a really good video, actually.
Yeah, but this naming features is actually something that really keeps me going as well, because you get some interaction out of it.
Yeah. It's a really cute idea, actually. It was really, it was lovely when I saw you doing that for when people had visited you. I thought that was brilliant. It's such a shame you can't put like a little wooden sign in and just bang it into the dirt and then off you go again. That'd be really brilliant. Yeah. Should submit it as a feature request, actually, in all seriousness. We might have to hit the forums.
Well, I'm German, so I'd rather put my towel down somewhere. But...
That would be so awesome, wouldn't it?
No. Sorry, you can't land your SRV here.
Yeah,
I've already put my towel.
See, I'm English, and we'll stick a flag in it and claim that it was ours all along. I'm actually going sideways. That's just... Oh, that's awful. This is... For me, obviously I'm not as used to doing this as you are. This is really hard work. Do you
it is.
Do you still find it? I mean, it's still really hard for you as well, is it?
From time to time. It depends on the speed I'm going, actually.
Right. The way the terrain disappears below you as well. You suddenly find yourself hundreds of feet in the air, don't you?
Yeah. It's even worse when you drop into a canyon.
Yeah.
Because it's usually so dark down there, you have no vision at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just black, and you have to judge your distance and speed just by the instruments.
It's definitely a skill. Try not to shunt you off the cliff. Hang on.
Well, a nice cliff. Yeah, oh,
Oh.
that didn't look good.
Whoa. Yeah, so you recovered a lot better from that than I would have done.
Just a question: do we have all 4 pips to engines?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, I'm just rubbish.
Also, a funny thing: shields don't help against terrain impacts.
Do they not?
No.
Right. Oh, good.
Completely useless.
I wonder if they'll announce. It was about this time last year, wasn't it, that they announced the Frontier Expo?
Hmm. Right, I read about it on Twitter. The people were waiting for the announcement.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll do another one, because I know they've said they're not going to habitually do one every year, but if they've got something to shout about, then they'll do it.
Yeah, I think they would have enough information about the Q4 update, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And maybe like expansion for Jurassic World, or
Yeah.
because from what I've heard about Jurassic World, it's very nice and all, but
Desperately needs an expansion. Yeah.
desperately needs an expansion. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll happen.
I think what I actually learned the most about SRV driving here on this planet is picking the landing spots.
Oh, okay. So
Because-
you can pretty much put it where you want to, can you?
Yeah. It's not just about, identifying the spot where we want to bounce off. It's hitting it.
Right.
That's,
Okay.
the core skill, actually.
I have no problem with hitting the ground per se. Well, that always happens eventually.
Yeah, it's hard to miss, is it?
Yeah.
Although I have to be honest, when I'm done, I might need a vacation.
Yeah, I don't doubt that for one moment. That's okay. Change is as good as a rest. It's
Yeah.
all right to.
I'm actually quite excited to try out No Man's Sky next.
Yes, I've got that on PlayStation. I've not really looked at it. I was waiting for the update, actually. Yeah.
I was one of those guys who pre-ordered No Man's Sky.
Okay.
I think 2 days before release, and then for some reason was terribly disappointed with it.
Yes. Yes.
And every update I reinstall and see if it now is what I thought it would be.
Yeah, what you paid for, in fact. Let's
Yeah.
be honest. Yeah. 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 I think it's they my God, they took a quite rightly, frankly, but they did take a hell of a kicking over that. But they've stuck to their guns, or they've stuck with it, and I think it looks like it's closely approaching what they promised, if not there already.
Yeah, it is. No, I think the last update already was, which I would have said is okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have necessarily pre-ordered, but that was my mistake. But for a normal price game, I would say that's okay.
Yeah.
And what I find interesting is that they really stuck with this no communication at all.
Yeah.
Like 4 months, complete radio silence.
Yeah.
Then, hey, look here, big update.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Yeah. Can't imagine what I mean, to a degree, obviously he's he's brought it on himself, and I think there were probably a lot of commercial pressures from Sony and things like that caused it all to happen. But you can't imagine what his life must have been like. Challenging, I'd imagine.
Very. I mean, yes, he disappointed a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think gamers in particular take it very personally.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
For some reason.
Well, I should be able to see you back there.
Yeah, what's left of my SRV, you should be able to see.
Oh, I see a tiny spot of light. Somewhere down in the crater.
Yeah, yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, but what's your feeling on what, if anything, Frontier are up to with Elite? I mean, they're very cagey about, but you know, they obviously can't come out and say yeah, because you know, obviously everybody's screaming space legs and atmospheric landings and all that. What's your feeling? Do you think they are working on that stuff? Do you think we will ever see it?
I think they have shown this demo of the nebula with the lighting and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think they want to make space more interesting.
Okay.
More interactive, you know, exploration, which is also desperately in need of more stuff to do.
Absolutely.
I don't think they'll do space legs really, because I think Elite is about ships.
Yeah, yeah.
They might do atmospheric landings, because they've shown with Jurassic World and Planet Coaster that they have the engine to do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there'll be any content for first person walking around.
Yeah, I mean, it's all. I suppose they could, you know, technically speaking, it's probably easy enough for them to do. But
yeah,
you've then got, you know, well, what do people do once they can walk around? It's kind of, it's no point doing all that if you haven't got any content for it, is it? And that's the stuff that takes the time.
Because you can get up out of your seat on the spaceship, and well, then what?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to do stuff.
Yeah.
Then you need all the interiors, and when you get the interiors, and people want to customize them.
Yeah.
And it goes on, and so yeah.
Yeah, and Star Citizen's obviously got plenty of that kind of stuff as well, but it hasn't necessarily made it a better game as yet, anyway, is it? So.
No. I think the last I heard, they were aiming to release in 2020 or something.
My God.
Yeah. Well, hey, they've raised 200 million Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah. It's breathtaking, isn't it? Wow.
Okay. This terrain here is a bit rougher.
It's a little bit wobbly, isn't it? Yeah. It always makes me absolutely sick to my back teeth and terribly ashamed whenever I speak to people in Europe. And I know nothing about their language, and they speak perfect English. And I apologise on behalf of my entire country.
Don't.
We're appalling. British are so lazy.
Because you have the lucky situation that most everybody else just learns your language.
Yeah, because we're so lazy.
Yeah. Well, I don't have to learn other people's language. I'll just make them learn mine.
Yeah. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's terrible.
But you know what got me in London? Culturally difference. It wasn't like driving on the wrong side of the road and stuff. It was that you people keep crossing the road on red signs. We've been there for a week, and I think we brought ourselves to do it once.
Right. Okay.
It's just so ingrained to it's a red light.
You stop. Yeah.
You stop.
Yeah. No, we don't do that.
And people just walk across red lights with cars coming, motorcycles coming, buses coming, just walking.
Yeah.
And the drivers were just slowing down
Yeah.
and waiting for patiently
Yeah.
waiting for them to cross the road.
Yeah.
Don't try that in Germany.
We kind
Please
of
don't.
no, yeah, I know you'll get hit, won't you? Yeah, no, we tend to look on pedestrian crossings as a suggestion.
I noticed. What I really liked was your the public transport. I mean, not public transport itself, because the schedule changes and cancellations, everything, but the way the connections were already presented on the station with every single stop listed and everything. Because in Germany, you just have, this line here goes from this terminal station to that terminal station. In between, well, you better know, or because we won't tell you where it stops.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So was that on the sort of on the underground specifically?
Yeah, underground mostly.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. I've just recalled my ship because I'm at 5% health.
I see it now.
That last landing went particularly badly.
I just was looking at your hull a couple of moments ago and was like, oh, he's at 40, that's fine.
Yeah. That didn't go so well. I hope I can crawl back to my ship now without exploding. So carry on, I will catch up with you in just a second. And hopefully not pancake on you. Oh dear.
Yeah, I've been in this SRV for so long that it shows, because when I saw the crate for the first time, my first instinct was, hell, that surface of the crate perfectly made for SRV carrying.
Actually, it is, isn't it? It's a flat top, isn't it?
So it's totally flat.
Oh, now there's an idea. Brilliant. Yeah, it's perfect for that.
I mean, not even the Beluga or the T9 have such a flat surface.
Yeah.
Area. So, and there's a ship kit. Now, some parts of the ship kit actually make that flat surface larger. I've seen.
Oh yes.
One of the pieces, which make it from, I think, wedge shape more or less to square.
Yeah.
But still completely flat on top. Yep,
I've got my. I bought a crate just to mess around with, and I bought the ship kit for it as well, and that's got I've got the it is a great. It looks like a football field, to be honest. Yeah.
Landing gear retracted.
Wow, you're tiny.
Just goes to show how large the ships really are.
Yeah, it's really difficult to get scale, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, 67 mistake not they did this aerial video flying along the equator for me, and even all the features looked so just jump across here, drive around there.
Yeah.
Then you arrive at this canyon and this crater, and
think,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's slightly larger than I imagined.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's the size of a city. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I actually measured some of the craters, and they are huge, like 11 kilometers diameter.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Yeah. The black smoke's normal, is it? Okay.
Yeah, totally. It's a diesel.
Yeah.
That was my problem. I did, don't know if you saw it on the forum, there was buckyball event, an SRV race
Yep.
from Smith Mountain, from a mountain down to a base,
Right. Okay.
60,
Yeah.
60 kilometers away. And I think I wasn't the fastest one. I wasn't the fastest. And my top speed was 420 meters per second in the SRV.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. And actually, for 60 kilometers to the base from the starting point, the winner had a time of like 4 minutes.
Jesus.
And the trick was, I mean, I did it in 6 or 6.5 or something like that.
Right.
And the trick was, from 60 kilometers starting point, now going an average of like 200 meters per second, you had to hit the main tower of the base in order to stop.
Wow. Oh my word. No way. Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's possibly stupid question, but
Yep.
do you think this experience, well, A, will you ever want to get in an SRV ever again, ever? And B, if you did, do you think buckyballing will be a degree easier for you?
Well, if I can get myself in an SRV again,
Yeah, and that is a big ask.
that's a big ask. I think I'll definitely do buckyball
I
races
think
in it.
you've got to, mate. You've got to.
I mean, I keep hearing the sound of the SRV boost even if I'm not playing. So. But the buckyball events tend to be a lot shorter races, so yeah, might have to see how the skills translate.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Wait, I'll park it there. Classic. Maybe I can just sort of hover over my shoulder and I get a nice parting screenshot.
Yeah. Am I alright there?
Oh, that's brilliant.
Let me see if I can just
Screenshot.
let me grab a picture of you for posterity. Hang
Last one to see this commander alive.
on.
My God, you're right. The SRV is so tiny.
It's absolutely
And
minute.
you are really close by it
Yeah,
too. So
it's absolutely minute.